Hello and welcome back. I'm Lisa of Diamonds and Stitches, and today I am continuing with my whips and sips. The whip is Serene Siren Triptych, and my sip, again, sips, is my flavored coffee that I keep telling you guys about. It's Hills Brothers Cappuccino. It's just a powder blend that, I use hot water from my Keurig, and then add the powder. Yes, I have had other things over the weekend to drink, but somehow every time I sit down to do a whip, or a diamond painting, well, even when I'm cross stitching, I am drinking coffee for some reason. So yeah, I know, weird. Okay, so you might have noticed. Okay, first off, look at my beautiful pen. Is this not a gorgeous pen? Yes, it is. It's become my favorite. I love the shape of this pen. I like the look of this pen. I think it's called Twilight Sunset. Oh, I should remember these things. It is a Diamond Pens. I will link their company in my description. But this is becoming a favorite pen of mine, and I've used it for maybe a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. I love this pen, you guys. Acrylic blank, fits in my hand super nicely. I just love it. So back to, did you notice that I am using a 3-placer? Yes, I am. I'm still struggling getting them on there straight, and I seem to still have to do some doctoring, but I'm working on it, which is making my diamond painting just a touch faster. I don't think that I will ever get to the 6 or the 9-placer, just because seriously I'm still struggling with the 3, getting them on there straight. But progress. I'm good with it. Plus, there's so much black in a line on this thing that it's just easier, right? So that's what I'm doing. Okay. Also, I will put a picture in here. That is my progress so far on this Serene Siren Triptych. I am so excited. I am getting there. I smell a finish, you guys. I smell a finish maybe next weekend, depending on what happens. But I could potentially have this done mid-July, which yay me. And actually that's pretty good for me, seeing as I only work on this on the weekends when I'm at my boyfriend's house, and we switch off every week, almost every week. And so really, and as you all see and have witnessed, I am a slow DPer, and but I'm okay with that. So plus it gives me more time to talk, because I really need more time to talk. Yeah. So while I try and fix some of these to make them go back in a nice straight line, so this is still the long weekend, 4th of July weekend. I hope everybody has had a safe and happy 4th, and nothing got blown up that shouldn't have. And y'all had fun. We had a great time. My sons came over to the boyfriend's house, and we lit off fireworks. We had a barbecue, and now that we've become big people and I don't have little kids anymore, you know, now we, instead of barbecuing hot dogs and hamburgers, which, you know, you can have any time, and there's nothing wrong with that, we decided to do steaks and corn, and I cut up some potatoes and onions and put them in some foil packets, and we put those on the barbecue. And then I made a caprese salad, and it was super delicious. So that was fun. That was nice. My my baby, my 19-year-old baby, brought his dog Odin, and because Odin's a big baby, and well, honestly, no dog, no animal loves the 4th of July. Not as fun for them as it is for us. And so he brought Odin just so that Odin wasn't home alone, freaking out, because he is a big baby. And he's a big boy. He is a big boy. He is a Mastiff Dane mix, and he's 130 pounds-ish. And when he stands on his hind legs, he is over 6 feet tall. He is a big boy. And but he's a big baby. He's afraid of his own shadow. He's a big baby, and he requires a lot of attention. So that was fun that we had him. Yeah, so it was nice that some of my family, my little family, was together. My daughter and my grandbaby went to my daughter's boyfriend's family and friends. They put on a big bash every year for 4th of July. And so she went there. Whoa. She went there this weekend, or for the 4th of July, and so that was kind of good. We missed them, but it was fun. It was fun. I have decided, though, that my boyfriend and my youngest are little pyros, and they, you know, needed to one-up each other, and all I kept thinking was, good Lord, something's going to be blown up. Like, I mean, I have the funniest picture of them standing together contemplating what they are going to, you know, how they're going to blow something up to its maximum effect. Yeah, I don't think that those two and fireworks will be getting together very often. But anyways, it was good times had by all. Good food, fun family, and yeah, we enjoyed it. And yeah, so what else do I want to talk about? So I'm really excited to get this done. I'm really actually excited how far I've come on this piece, because that means a finish is imminent, which means a new start. And I sort of put a self-imposed, you know, no-buy on myself because I have so many kits. I opened up a drawer where I stored all of my Amazon New Frog, back in the day, New Frog, now Cestials, kits, and kind of scared myself at how many kits were in there. Come on. And so, and then plus what I have under my bed and what I have under my boyfriend's bed. And so I thought, well, I put a little bit of an self-imposed no-buy on myself for accessories and diamond paintings until I can get a few done, and then, you know, buy away, have a little shopping spree. But that's not making me happy. It's not making me happy, you guys. Okay, so seriously, I am the ultimate consumer. I mean, I should have been a secret shopper or a shopper for someone, because I love to buy things. I love the thrill of the hunt. I love finding a great deal. I like finding something that somebody is looking for, or has an idea of what they're looking for. I just love I love it. I also like spending somebody else's money much more than I like spending mine, but I'm perfectly happy spending my own money, and I certainly do. Excuse me. Nope, we're good. Thought I was going to sneeze. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm going to be into a new packet of black again. Holy smokes. I wonder if this is going to be my final. Yeah, this should be my final black package. Did you also notice that I am using a tray? Okay, so leaps and bounds, guys, leaps and bounds. I am using a tray with the spout too, you guys. I know. Did I not say like a few videos back that I don't use a tray with a spout because of the spillage rate that I have when I shake my diamonds? Okay, I still have the spillage rate, but I'm trying, like what I do is I'll put my pen in here. Watch me spill all over the place for the camera. And then I just shake my drills until I can get, quite a few and bop those guys back. Yeah. I was diamond painting in my chair the other night while we were watching TV, and which I will get to because I have a pet peeve, you guys. Anyway, I was diamond painting in my chair, and of course, I was going to reach for something and I forgot I had the spout. And where did all those dang diamonds go? Yeah, all over me, in my chair. I had to, and it's one of those recliner ones, so I had a good time finding drills. I'm still finding drills. But so far, I'm trying really hard to grow as a diamond painter. Next up, maybe a bigger boat. We'll see. Let's not get carried away. But anyways, yes. So with a finish, I'm going to be starting a new diamond painting, and I cannot decide. I don't consider the little ones, I kind of consider them like a no-brainer. What do I want to call it? It's like a appetizer, right? Yeah, the little ones that I either get from Amazon or Cestials / New Frog. Mine are old New Frog designs. So I have seen them on Cestials, and I know you can get them from there, but that is not where I bought them. So when I say I bought them from New Frog, knowing that company no longer exists and it changed its name or changed ownership or whatever the heck they did, I still refer to them as New Frog kits because that's what they were, and that's what I put my videos out as, New Frog. So anyhow, I consider those, like an appetizer. They don't typically come with a whole lot of colors. Some do, but typically they don't. And, they're fairly easy to do. They're not as in-depth as these lovely Diamond Art Club ones are, or even some of the Diamond Dots ones that I currently have under the bed as well. And so I don't really count those as like a new start. That's where I was going with this. And so when I say that I want to do a new start, I'm talking about like a bigger piece. And so whether it's going to be a Diamond Art Club piece or I still have quite a few from AliExpress that are under my bed that are, 40 by 50 or higher pieces. I have 2 that I showed in my whip and finish parade video. I have 2 that I'm still working on. A very large kind of landscape one, and the elves, which I am not super happy with because it's got popping drills. And then actually here, I have another one that I'm working on. It's under the bed. I think I also put it in my whips and finishes parade, but it was just the picture of it. And it's a lady sitting in a chair. But that one is it square? I think it's a square drill kit. I haven't worked on it for a really long time. I really haven't. I started working on Magical Mama and this one, and what else was I working on here? Something else I worked on here, and I think. And I am having troubles with not only some popping drills on my girl piece, but also it's got some weird drill shading that I think I'm going to take out. Like it's kind of like an off brown beige color in with kind of a beige ivory color, and it looks off. Like it just looks really off, and it's random. It's here and there, and the shading, it just looks wrong. And I was thinking, well, I would wait until I got a huge portion of it done to see if maybe it, it fixed itself. And they say trust the process, right? Especially with confetti, trust the process. But I'm not trusting it. To me, it doesn't look right. And so I'm thinking that I'm going to take it out. Let's go down. I'm going to take it out and fix it and put in what I think are the proper drills, which also might mean that I'm not going to have enough drills. I haven't been inspired to finish this painting, and it's big. And it's kind of one of the first ones that I bought also on AliExpress after I bought the owl. So I've had it for almost 2 years. In September, it's going to be 2 years, and it's not even a quarter done. Like, I'm just super not happy with it. So, but I don't want to give it up just yet. I'm kind of persistent a little bit, even when it's wrong. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah. All right, so yes, self-imposed no buy, and it's killing me, you guys, because there have been so many pretty kits that have come up. Oh, hello. So many pretty kits that have come up, and I've been watching some YouTube and seeing what people are doing, and I'm like, there's so many pretties, but I need to get some of these done. And then whatever I'm going to do with them, whether I'm going to donate them to the women's shelter, or keep a few of them of my own, whatever I'm doing with them. But once, they're gone or hung up, they're done, and then I can move on to something else. So plus, you guys have seen a few of my unboxing videos and know that I do have quite a few Diamond Art Club big pieces to do, and they're going to take me forever because, well, I'm a slow DPer, just like I'm a slow cross stitcher. And part of it is perfectionism on my part. Okay, not part of it, all of it is perfectionism on my part. And yeah. All right. Okay. So, I've also been spending some time on my collaboration piece that I'm doing with DiamondArtAddiction. My glitter art heart. I'm not sure what we're calling it. I'm so bad with names, you guys. See, this is the other thing that I have a problem with when you do the placers, because the wax spills over the side of the placer. Some of the drills catch, and then, you know, I don't always notice that they're, see, like that one there. I don't always notice that they came off. And so then I'll go to put a drill down and I'm like, huh, how did that one get there? Because I don't remember having that there. That's another issue that I have. Besides trying to keep them straight. I have a lot of issues. It's all right. So yes, every once in a while I surprise myself when I see it. I'm like, huh, where did that come from? Wait. Yeah. So yes, anyways, I have spent some significant time over this long weekend doing my collab piece, working on my collab piece, so that I have some significant gain on it when you guys see our collab video that we do on Wednesdays. We upload on Wednesdays. And last Wednesday we did our first, well, mine is called Whips and Sips. I think Cherri calls hers Whip and Chat. And so we did our first one last Wednesday, and it was a get to know me tag of 30 questions, part 1. And what really surprised me was how some of our questions were so very, very similar without talking to each other. You know, I hadn't, obviously we upload darn close to the same time frame. And so obviously she hadn't seen mine, I hadn't seen hers. See, look. How do I get rid of that, you guys? For those of you who do placer and bigger placers. Man, if I have to look each time that I put these on here, it's going to take me even more time to diamond paint, you people. I'm sure I'm going to have, like, people just turn off just because they're like, oh, Lord, this girl is so slow. So anyways, go and check us out. You know, mine obviously will be in my videos list, and DiamondArtAddiction will be in hers. Super fun to hear her answers. And like I said, I was a little surprised at how similar some of our answers were, without any knowledge, you know. I don't know her. Yes, she grew up in Canada, but and you know, not too far away from me, but you know, obviously we didn't know each other. And plus she's a bit younger than I am, like by 10 years. And so, yeah, we wouldn't have gone to school or had the same, you know, we just, yeah. Even if we had lived in the same city, town, or anything in Alberta, we would not have known each other just because of that too. So, yeah. But yes, go check it out. It's fun to see, you know, how far along she's come on her piece. Her piece is in rounds and mine is in squares. And I will talk about some of the challenges I have just gotten with my kit recently. So watch for that on Wednesday, sometime Wednesday. Okay, the other thing that I know I'm kind of all over the place, and I'm sorry, guys. It's a long weekend, and okay, well, anytime I sit down, I can't even use any dates or times or, you know, middle of the afternoon, morning, doesn't matter. I just am a bit of a space cadet, so, and always all over the place. Yeah. Anyways, one of the things that I learned the other day, I was watching, okay, I hope I have this right. I think it's Diamond Painting Queen. Her name is Danielle Burrell. I hope I have that right. I'm going to link it in my description below, so you will go check her out. She's a gal out of Oregon, and which is, you know, just one province, state. Is it a state? It might be a state. I don't know. I didn't grow up here, you guys. So anyways, she lives like 2 hours away from me. Yeah, that sounds better. What happened there? Just hang on. Let me fix this. And anyways, she commented on a couple of my videos, and so, you know, I went to go and check her out, and you know, she does has, you know, kind of the same buy process that I have, and trying to find the perfect storage. I have found my perfect storage. I am so happy with my containers. You guys know that I love the hard-sided containers in the 15, 30, and 60 piece bottles. There is a difference where you buy them, what you receive as bottles. The cases are the same, the bottles are not. But you guys, I adore those. She is still looking for her perfect storage solution. And then she has quite a few of the same types of kits that I would buy and stuff. So anyways, you know, and she's got some awesome knowledge on her channel. And so I was checking her out. And I learned something, and I did not realize this. So I've been diamond painting for a while, and I've never honestly thought about this before. And, you know, now that she explained it, it makes a lot of sense. But it has to do with double side, like how a canvas is made, right? So they put the design on the canvas, and then depending on the store, and I'm guessing the covering that is put on the canvas is depending on what you receive as the sticky on your canvas. So apparently the ones that have these plastic cellophane, see-through cellophane-ish kinds of paper coverings is glue. What do they call it? Poured glue. And when you get the ones with the white covering, with either the wording of the company on it, or whatever, you know, design or something, that the white covering that is on here that you can't see your design through, that's double-sided tape. I did not know that before. I truly didn't. And so I was really surprised, and it makes a whole lot of sense in the difference in quality on the canvases. And so what I'm working on, Diamond Art Club, theirs is poured glue, and it makes a lot of sense to me now when I can see what the difference in how I'm able to deal with the drills, you know, how they come up. Like these ones, if I get it kind of in the wrong spot, especially more so with squares, you can squish them into place better. You can move it around a little bit, and it doesn't seem to hurt, you know, the glue or the sticky of the canvas. But if you try to do that on a double-sided tape canvas, it is much harder to get that drill in place properly. You have to do a lot more maneuvering, and sometimes you can damage damage the little glue spot that you had, and it will like come up, right? And yeah, so anyways, I learned something, so thank you, Danielle, for that. I've been doing this a while, and I had no idea, mostly probably because I never thought of it. I don't think of those kinds of things. I just know that from seller to seller, there's a difference, you know, in the quality of their canvases. And I've never honestly thought that that whether it was poured glue or double-sided sticky tape, you know, I never thought of that as one of the differences as well. So, a little lesson that I learned and was quite helpful, because I do really like these types of canvases. The drills are much easier to put down and to maneuver, and if you make a mistake, they're easier to come up. And so in the future, I will look for stores that have more this type, unless I have already gotten a relationship with a store that I have liked their double-sided tape. So, because there are some that I don't have a problem with, and then there are some that I truly have a problem with. So that's my little spiel on that, in case you had ever wondered. And yeah, so good knowledge. Oh my goodness, you guys, I might even get a new color in by the time that we finish today. Can I tell you how much I love this lap table? So it's one I bought on Amazon. I've had a few. Again, I'm a consumer, and I like to try new things. I like a good deal. You know, if I can get it cheap or somewhere, I'm frugal, not cheap. I've been told frugal is the word. But I, you know, in order to make my life a little easier and more pleasurable, to do something that I love, conveniences are great. And this is a fantastic convenience. And I really like this diamond or lap table. I will link it in my description below. It is it's got beads in the bottom. So when I'm laying in bed, I can form it to, you know, the shape of my legs as I'm laying down. If it starts getting uncomfortable or I want a different angle, I just have to pluff it up and make it happen. If I'm working on the table, which I only truly do for videos, most of the time I'm sitting in a chair or in bed, diamond painting. And but I can angle it so that I have a really good angle, because I cannot do flat. My depth perception is not awesome, and so then I can't see what I'm doing properly, and so I need that bit of an angle. And I love this. I really do love this. So if you are looking for a lap table, I highly recommend something like this. The only thing that I have a problem with this is that it has a cup holder up here, which is, you know, to me, wasted real estate, because I'm not going to put a cup in it ever, because, as you know, a little klutzy. But then that means that you can't use this whole surface to diamond paint, because there's, you know, a dip. And so it's a little bit of wasted real estate. I make it work, which is fine. But if I could have found one that was this size without the cup holder, I would have been a happier camper. And I don't think that I paid a whole lot for this. 4 things. Okay, well, actually, let me talk about them first and then we'll count what they were. A couple of things that I find for diamond painting. Again, I have said this in many of my videos. You know, this is a good craft to start doing because you don't have to spend a lot of money to start diamond painting. Everything that you need to diamond paint is already in the kit that you buy. Anything that you want extra, you know, like any craft that is done, anything that you want extra for your comfort or for ease of use or whatever, is entirely up to you. But when you buy a diamond painting kit, it comes with a boat, your drills, it comes with the wax, it comes with a pen, and then it comes with the canvas. So you have everything that you need to start off. When you get into diamond painting and, you know, you're either taking it with you, traveling with it, or, you know, not just doing it at the table or whatever, then maybe you would like some other things. And that, for me, these are the other things that I like, is a good quality diamond painting pen, because the ones that are in the kits are a very small, thin plastic kind of piece of junk. I mean, they're not awesome. And plus, for me, after a while, they hurt my hand. And there's also some sort of covering on them, I think, or whatever the plastic is made from I am allergic to, and it started making my hands break out and crack really badly. And enough so that I thought I was going to have to give up diamond painting, and that was not an option. So for me, a good quality diamond painting pen was a must. And I found Diamond Pens, a Facebook group from a company from Canada, and that's where I buy my acrylic diamond painting pens from. I have bought some on Etsy, polymer clay pens. I have not loved those as much, but I also maybe have not found one that I have loved. And I'll be honest, I've only bought 2, and they worked great for a little bit, but I like these better. I like these better. They have a bit more, they're lightweight, but they have a bit more weight, so they just fit nicer in my hand. My personal preference, and like I say in my description, I'm very, very honest in my opinion, and I don't slam anybody. But I am going to be honest about where I put my craft dollars, so, or my consumer dollars, because I do spend a lot. The other thing that for my comfort was a good lap pad, and I've purchased several. I bought one at IKEA that was just a stationary angled one. It worked for small, very, very small canvases, but was not super comfortable. So then I bought one that was recommended that I think Cherri had. And so I bought that one, and that one you can angle, you know, it's got a foam bottom, more firmer foam bottom, like it doesn't move, you know. And it had several different levels that you could angle the top to. That one worked for a while. It's okay, and I use that one in a pinch if I'm gonna go somewhere. So it's okay, but not super loving it. And then I got this one, and so far I like this one. If there's a better option out there, I'm gonna probably try it. Oh, that's the wash machine if you hear that weird noise. And then the other thing is a light pad. A light pad for me, I wish I had in the very beginning when I did the owl, because it was all dark. And I never thought of, it wasn't until I started watching some YouTube videos of diamond painters that a lap pad even became something that got on my radar, because I never honestly thought about it, which is weird because I used to do card making and scrapbooking, and I had I had a light table for, you know, tracing and that kind of thing. And so I don't know why it never occurred to me to do that, but I'm not even kidding. What I used to do was I would take my phone and put it on the flashlight mode and look to see what the drills were, because the symbols were so stinking hard to see that I needed it. And then I would take a very close up picture so that I could diamond paint, because I didn't have a light table that I thought of using. So to me, a light table is kind of a must as well, especially when you're working on dark colored canvases or ones that have a lot of dark colored symbols to them. And then what's the other thing? Ooh, storage, good storage that you become happy with and works for you. I went through many different storages before I settled on what I'm using now. And I like them. And it's funny because everybody's talking about like Harbor Freight ones, and I went to go have a look at them because there's a Harbor Freight really close to the Hobby Lobby, which that's dangerous. That is dangerous. And I went and had a look at them, and I can see why people like them. I do, but they only have like 25 containers per box, and most of my kits have more than 25 colors, and I don't want to have so many that I have to carry around along with my diamond painting and my lap pad and my light pad and stuff. And so for me, again, the hard-sided kits with the bottles work great because it's got the cargo net for me to put all of my accessories in. It has you know, enough bottles in it for whatever canvas I am working on, and then, you know, the cargo net is also where I store my extra drills. So everything is compact. It has a handle and I can carry it anywhere and I don't have to worry about it. If I have to have 2 of those Harbor Freight containers because I have 45 colors, and then I'm like, okay, well, which one had that number in it? And I was constantly having to look between the 2. Again, I'm lazy. I'm going to be honest. I'm lazy. And the less work I have to do for myself, the better. So I know that they hold more drills, but again, I don't really have that many problems because most of the drills that I have received for kits have fit into either my jars or I'm a few off, and it's not a big deal to me to store them. And then when my bottle's empty, refill. So that is just my personal preference. So what is that? 4 things, right? The pen, the storage, a light pad, and a lap desk. The other thing that I have is I do have a drafting table for my bigger pieces, and you know, it's not a must, but it's a great convenience. I love it. And one day I will show you that setup so you can see it. That will be more when I have Marie Kondo'd my room a little better so it doesn't look like a natural disaster happened in it. So yes, so that is my story that I'm gonna stick to. Okay, so in the beginning of this video, I mentioned that, you know, I watch a lot of Netflix, but I have a Netflix peeve. Okay, I have a Netflix peeve, you guys. So I've been watching a lot of shows recently, binge watching as I've been diamond painting in bed, and which means that I just really and truly have it on as background noise most of the time. So it's what I choose are not shows that I have to pay attention to, that I'm not so engrossed in that I can't multitask. Because for me, multitasking is huge. And so I found a couple of shows and I was really into them. Well, tell me why Netflix, thank you very much, they have great shows, but they are putting out shows that are in a different language. So just as an example, Bolivar, I think is the name of the show. The description is in English. The title is in English. You go to watch it and it's completely in a different language. I don't have a problem with that. I just would like to know before, you know, because now if it's in a different language, obviously I have to pay attention so that I can read, you know, the wording on what's happening, which means I can't multitask, right? So somewhere in the description of the show, they should say that it's show is in a foreign language or something like that. And again, I don't care that it is. It just means that when I start watching it and I'm like, I can't follow along because I now have to put down my diamond painting or my cross stitching to pay attention to the show. So I have now turned it off to find something else. So just a small little pet peeve of mine from Netflix. I don't know why they're doing that, because probably 3 or 4, even more than that. So this weekend, so since Thursday, I've been at my boyfriend's house, and since Thursday afternoon, and I have watched a phenomenal amount of TV, and I want to say probably 5 different shows that I have tried to go into have been foreign shows that they all have English titles and English descriptions, but are not in English. And so I've had to find something else, which is fine because there's definitely enough to watch. Not a problem. And I will go back to some of these shows when I, have full attention can be on them, because honestly, some of them look really interesting. And which is, again, the reason why I chose it in the first place to watch. So I will go back to do those when I can concentrate on just the show. But that's my little pet peeve. But I still did manage to find a couple of shows that I could listen to / binge watch while I diamond painted. And one of them is called The Chosen One. I don't know if anybody has, I think it's new for the month of July, possibly. It's only 1 season so far, but they left it on this stinking cliffhanger that there better be a second season. Like, I'm not even joking. Okay, so it's called The Chosen One. the premise basically is that 3 doctors have gone to this uber remote island where most people don't go, because not that it's not habitable, it is, but the residents of the island don't like outsiders, and they don't want outsiders asking questions about what goes on their island. And so these 3 doctors come to do government vaccines and are not welcomed on the island. And you know, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but if you do have the chance to watch it, I mean, it was interesting. Yeah, it was interesting. I would not say that the acting is awesome by any means. In fact, it was kind of choppy a lot. And it was definitely, like, I think it was set in Brazil, maybe, like some island in Brazil. And so they were speaking Brazilian. Is that yeah. But it was converted into English. And so, you know, yeah. So sometimes, you know, maybe the interpretation wasn't quite right for what was being acted. So, yeah. So there was that a little bit, and then it was a little bizarre, but you know, how things went. But it was still a good show, and like I said, it ended on this cliffhanger that I'm not even kidding. There better be a second season, because now I'm hooked. I'm hooked. Even though it was not awesome, I was still hooked. And then, oh, now I'm watching this show called, and I think it's also new, it popped up today, called Suburra, Suburra, Suburra. And it's set in Rome, and you know, the Vatican, the politicians, the police, who else? The church, politics, police, and the mob. They're all kind of intertwined with each other. And then they've got some kids from like a gypsy family, and a cop family, and something else. And they, you know, are kind of like enemies, or should be enemies, but these boys have bonded with each other from things that have happened throughout the show. So I've been watching that. It's got 2 seasons, and I'm mostly through the first season, and I just started it today. Okay, that's because I binge watch a lot. So it's not bad. And again, something that, you know, is really more background noise, and not something that I have to pay attention to. I am looking forward to the Queen. I think it's the Queen, coming back. If it's not already back, I'll have to look that up. But, you know, Queen Elizabeth, and how she became queen, and then her life. And, you know, the first 2 seasons, they had one actress, and now this new season that's going to be coming out, they had to have a new actress play Queen Elizabeth, because she had aged so much. And so yeah, it's been interesting. Like, it's been very interesting, her life. And yeah, so I can't wait for that to come back. And that is one that I will actually watch, pay attention to. Yeah, that's probably one that, you know, like, I will do some crocheting or something, because I can do that while I watch a show, and I'm still staying busy, because really I'm just one of those girls. I cannot just sit for the sake of sitting. It's very hard for me. I'm a doer, and I have a really hard time just sitting. So yeah. And then I watched a couple of movies. Oh goodness. From Netflix. One that scared the crap out of me, you guys. Like, it had, I'm not a good suspense girl. Like, I like the shows. I watch all the cop shows, you know, that kind of thing. But psychological suspense is sometimes a little hard for me. I'm looking for my diamonds that I just spilled. And so anyways, one of them that I watched, these are all Netflix, was called Unlocked. And it's got Orlando Bloom and Michael Douglas, I think was in it. Yeah, I think it's Michael Douglas. And it is a suspense spy thriller kind of movie. Well, I started it kind of late at night, like 10 o'clock or 10:30 at night. And kind of scared me. Kind of, you know, it's the music. You know, it's always the music in the scary shows. And that's what gets me. It's not necessarily the show itself, it's the music. So that, but it was a good show. It was a really good show. I was very, very much hooked into it, and it had a lot of plot twists that I certainly did not see. Yeah, so that was a good show. The other one that I watched was I watched another movie, you guys. What did I watch? I don't remember. How sad is that? Oh, like I said, I forget a lot, and I'll come back to it, I'm sure, in another video. But so I think with all that, this is almost an hour, and I don't want to bore you guys to death and, you know, not want to come back. So hopefully, so I'll cut it off before an hour so that, you know, you'll come back. So if you are a new subscriber and you liked what you heard and you like seeing my diamond paintings and my whips and sips with me and my unboxings, I hope that you would consider subscribing. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate your support of my channel. And yeah, and so watch for Cherri, Diamond Art Addiction, and myself, and our collab piece on Wednesday when we do part 2 of our Get to Know Me tag, and then hopefully next week I will have this finished, and you will get to see either the finish or the post review on it, and then I will decide what new kit I'm going to kit up and get going. So with that, I hope you have a really wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.